Hello and good evening. My name is Joey Williamson, affectionately known as Hollywood Joe. Some of you may or may not know I was born with congenital heart disease. My defects are pulmonary atresia, tetralogy of Fallot, and ventricular septal defect. Just want to give you a little brief story real quick before we start this presentation. I was only given less than a week to live back in 1985. I was born in February of 1985. So as you can see, the odds makers and the doctors were wrong. But I just want to share a little bit more of my story with some of these surgeries and operations I've been through. I have been through 3 open heart surgeries, one in 1987 by Dr. Beauvais at University of Michigan, one in 2002 by Dr. Narati in Spectrum Health, and one in 2014 by Dr. Hall. I've also had 6 heart catheterizations to go along with those 3 open heart surgeries. Now I want to give you some facts about CHD, because I feel like these are important to know before we get to this special presentation. 1 in 100 newborns are born with CHD. 25% of children that are born with CHD need heart surgery or other interventions to survive. There is no cure. CHD is a lifelong disease requiring ongoing specialized care. Fewer than 10% of adults with CHD are receiving recommended care. CHD is the #1 cause of birth defect related deaths. CHDs are 50 times more common than childhood cancer. Most causes of CHD are unknown. Only 15 to 20% of all CHDs are related to known genetic conditions. Over 85% of babies born with CHD now live to at least the age of 18. CHDs can have lifelong neurodevelopmental and neurocognitive effects. So with all that being said, my story isn't the only story out there. There are 3.5 million of us in the United States alone. And so I was inspired recently, and I will get to that shortly, but I wanted to do something for everybody, something that represents all of us in our battle against CHD. So I would like to present to you the Congenital Heart Disease Championship belt. And I want to get into it by saying that this belt just wasn't my idea and my inspiration. Several months ago, a friend of mine, who I've known for many years, decided to create a custom Hollywood Joe CHD belt that represented my personal fight and battles with CHD. His name is Jason Wise, and he is the president of Eye2Eye Designs. He designed the belt, presented it to me, and gave me a wonderful gift that I will have for the rest of my life. He also helped get other people involved. Jason Duflo of Cornhole America was doing a cornhole tournament in my hometown of Wayland, Michigan, where I graduated from Wayland High School in 2004. I was participating at that tournament that day, so Jason Wise got together with Jason Duflo and my significant other, Holly Erickson, and they all together surprised me with a wonderful gift. And that is what got the wheels turning about the CHD belt. And also, I would like to give a special thanks to Amanda Harper, who is a coordinator for Conquering CHD, teen and adults. I showed her the design of this belt and asked her for her feedback, apologize. I'm excited about this belt right now. She was very great to talk to, and she gave me a lot of wonderful feedback, and I would like to thank her for being a part of this special presentation. Now, how is this belt going to be used? That is the big question. Now, I can't make it to every CHD event out in Michigan or even out in the country. But for me personally, when I am out at places like a cornhole tournament, a pro wrestling show, or some other type of community event, this belt will be with me. I want people to know what CHD is all about. It is an important cause that is not getting the recognition, the awareness, and the media attention that it deserves. Now, if I cannot make it to a local, regional, or national CHD event, I will be leasing the belt out to somebody in Michigan to bring it to these events under certain legal agreements. I want this belt to be a display and a showcase for kids and adults to get their pictures taken with it, to show that they are championing CHD with me and the other 3.5 million of us out there in the United States. Now, some of you may have a lot of questions after hearing this press conference, and so I want to give you some resources. If you are an adult with CHD, I encourage you to check out the Adult Congenital Heart Association, which can be found at achaheart.org. If you are a teenager or a parent with CHD, I encourage you to check out Conquering CHD, which they can be found at conqueringchd.org. And before I wrap up, I want to thank Trophy Smack out of California, and is partly owned by NBA owner Mark Cuban, for making this championship belt. They did a wonderful job. I'm very appreciative of their work and their communication with me on it. And for those personally who would like to follow my story, you can check out hollywoodsworldofsports.com and go to the media section, and they'll have all my media appearances and my story and interviews that you can listen to. You can also follow me on Instagram at HollywoodJMW85. I would like to thank you all so much tonight for tuning into this press conference. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.
Genius. Shout out to Joy. Shout out to Joy. Yeah, that's my dog. Yeah, that's my dog. Shout out to Joy. Told that he couldn't and told that he wouldn't. My dog is a soldier. My dog got his foot in the door on the side of the ring at the show. Yeah, shout out to Joy. Putting that work and no perk in East Hollywood. Hollywood Joe getting bands on the road. Yeah, I came up with doubters, but came up for show. Yeah, shout out to Joy. Yeah, that's my dog. Shout out to Joy. Yeah, that's my dog. I hope that you know it. 2 days to live, but they never gon' show it. Steady been ballin', I'm steady a poet. They heard how we livin', they mad when we broke. It's Hollywood living, you Hollywood know it. Cold ass wanna see some hard times, but they got God with them through the hard times. Searching for some hard rhymes, give me tune. Yeah, give me spoon for the bellies and the semis on the guard. I ain't so proud of my brother with a road, working for both my family and friends. Bitch, I'm up on the coast with a couple million that's gonna take me to Rome, and a couple million from my uncle at home. Hollywood, me and my dogs going Hollywood. Things in my life that I probably should. Some things in my life that I probably should get away from. People down my payroll, show my